Hello, it's Wednesday, October 7. Today we're looking at Mark chapter 13 together. As always, I think it'd be really good for you to read this chapter on your own. So if you'd like to read online, you can follow the link that I've posted right alongside this video. Mark 13, Jesus talks about a couple of different things in response to his disciples. He talks about the upcoming destruction of the temple and the city of Jerusalem, which takes place in about the year 70. And he also talks a little bit about the end of the world, when Jesus returns and God's people enter God's kingdom forever and ever. Now, Christians have long looked to this chapter and other passages in the Bible to try to get sort of a timeline of how things will play out in the end before Jesus returns. And that's not what this chapter is trying to do. There's a couple things we need to keep in mind. For one thing, trying to sort things out in this chapter can be really difficult. When Jesus talks about these signs, it's unclear in places if he's talking about this is the destruction of the temple, or he's talking about this is when he will return, or if he's talking about both at the same time. And so trying to figure that out is difficult. Another thing is Jesus says that there are signs that the end is coming, that he will return. But then at the end, he's very clear about that day or hour no one knows. Not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. And so Jesus warns us, we're not going to be able to make this timeline to say, okay, it's going to take exactly this long for Jesus to return. That's not what he's doing here. And in fact, some of the signs that he gives are pretty generic. They're things that have been happening ever since Jesus returned to heaven. But the point that Jesus is making, and the point that we should take, I think, is at the end of the chapter. Jesus says, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know when the owner of the house will come back, whether in the evening or at midnight, when the rooster crows or at dawn. If he comes suddenly, do not let him find you sleeping. What I say to you, I say to everyone, watch." And so Jesus says that his return for us will feel sudden, unexpected. And so what we should do is, rather than, watching the skies or world events, trying to figure out exactly when he's going to come back, we should just always be ready for him to come back. We should do the things that he wants us to do, the things that he gives us to do and calls us to do. So that means we should believe in Jesus. That means we should live for him. That means we should serve as his witnesses, pointing others to him with the things that we say and do. We should love God above all. We should love other people as much and sometimes even more than we love ourselves. We should be faithful and honest and holy as God calls us to be. We should live as citizens of God's kingdom, here and now. This point in this chapter isn't to get us to figure out exactly when Jesus returns. It's to call us to live faithfully as Jesus' people now, so that when he comes back, we will be doing what he wants us to do. So that's my thought with this chapter. If you've got thoughts or comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.